Change your diet, change your life, change the planet.
Hey, Tim Van Orden, coming to you from my studio where I'm doing some work. And I've been having some thoughts as I work. And I realized that the process that I'm using to create this place right now might be helpful to you, because I'm getting a lot of questions about goals and goal setting. Because I talk about dreams and how I don't have them anymore that I used to. I used to have these really big dreams that I would try to achieve, really big goals. And that would often set me up for disappointment or failure or feeling less than. So I've gotten rid of the big dreams. I've gotten rid of the big goals. So how do you move forward in life if you don't have these big dreams or big goals pulling you, leading you, inspiring you, motivating you? Like I hear people talk about hope. Like they throw out this huge dream into the future and then they hope for it. Oh, I hope I get there. I hope this happens. I hope that happens. Well, hope doesn't involve action. Hope is just a thought that, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if that happened? But are you taking steps to get there? If you're not, you can hope all you want, but you're not going to get there. But even if you are taking steps to get there, you might not arrive at the destination that you had hoped for. You might arrive someplace better and think that you're a failure. So as I'm designing my studio right now, I'm thinking about this. I've got this big 800 square foot empty space with 15-foot ceilings. It's just a giant room, so I wanted to kind of partition it so I could have an office, I could have a place where I can teach classes, I can have a little gym, and I want an audio and video recording space so I can do some more audiobooks and videos. But I didn't want to have it all planned out perfectly, because even though it looks really good on paper, the finished product in reality might not be what you expected. I've noticed this with buildings. Like you look at the architectural drawings of a building, like, wow, that was really beautiful. And then you look at the building, it's like, oh my God, that's hideous. The building looks nothing like the drawing. Yeah, it's got the same measurements and it's got the same materials, but a drawing and a building, totally different. So I don't plan things from start to finish with all the details in place. It's a fluid process for me. So I knew that I wanted walls here. And I knew that I didn't want to cut down on the light from these big windows. I wanted to make sure the light still flowed through the room. So I thought, I'll make a wall of windows. But I didn't know really what that was going to look like, and I didn't want to go out and purchase all these materials. So I went out and looked on Craigslist and found these old windows from the 1930s. I got a bunch of them. And I found this old door, all for free. And I thought, I'll make a wall with those old windows in it. So I started building a frame. And I'm going to have several of these frames. So here's what one of these walls looks like. Not painted yet, but it's got the windows built in, and I'll have several of these walls. I have a couple of them built next to each other. And the black is foam. These foam sheets that I also got on Craigslist for free. I got all this foam, which I'm going to use in my recording studio. So I got free windows, free foam. I got stacks of foam, and I thought, I'll use free windows, free foam, and I'll make these frames, and I'll fill them with freeness. So I'm really only paying for a couple 2x4s. And as I've been working on these walls, they keep changing. I keep modifying, I keep flowing, and I keep finding free new materials. So if I had stuck with an original design, like here's what it's going to look like from start to finish, then I'd be stuck with something that I may not like. Because as I'm building these walls, I keep thinking, well, this would be better, and that would be better. And then I find a free door, and then I find some free this and some free that, and I keep changing things. I'm in the flow. I keep modifying. And this is how I approach goals now. I say, I want a wall. Here's the criteria. It needs to let light flow. I don't know the measurements. I don't know the details. I just know that I need a wall somewhere that lets light through. And then I let life show up. I look around, I see what materials, I see what ingredients are available for me to build that wall, to build my cake, to build my life, whatever it is that I want to build. And I play with it. And I modify and I experiment along the way. And then when I'm done, I've got something that evolved, that was part of a process, that was part of me. The wall has a story, it has a journey. It's not something that my analytical brain created without any context in the real world. It was created in the world. in the moment, with my feelings, with my heart, with my experience, and with my input as it was going along. So when you want to achieve a goal, just have an idea and then let it happen. See what shows up. What can you do with it? How can you incorporate it? Instead of saying, well, that's not in my plan, so you ignore it. Well, maybe that's not in your plan, but maybe it would be even better. So don't create plans that are solid. Don't create plans that are cut and dry, black and white. Have a lot of gray in there. Have a really blurry, fuzzy image. Don't create a sharp, crystal clear image of your goals. Make a fuzzy one. Fuzzy is much more fun to touch.